Moving on from question 3 of logical reasoning drill set number 10 over at lawhub.lsac.org, you can see we've got a highlight tool ready to go, and we're being asked to find something that could be properly inferred from the information above. So this is our standard inference task. We're going to highlight each of the individual statements on the left in different colors so that we can differentiate them and the terms within them clearly, and then efficiently cross-check the answer choices for specific concepts in the relevantly highlighted piece. So reading from the top, pictures drawn by blind children employ the same pictorial conventions as those drawn by sighted children. Okay, just a statement of fact. Don't want to draw this conditionally. It's going to take too long. We just need the statement. Then we'll switch our highlight color. These conventions are employed even by those children who have been without sight since birth and so have never seen the objects they draw. Okay, so this is just another statement about how children draw whether they have sight or no sight with the same pictorial conventions. So we'll switch our highlight color to the pink. Yet we know that the ability to draw is acquired by means of the senses. And you may actually have kind of a mental prediction here. You're like, okay, so it's got to be done by the means of the senses, but it doesn't necessarily have to be by the means of the sense of sight. So you don't want to predict too broadly for inference tasks, like ever, but if something, and I think this is a reasonable thing to jump out, just goes, oh, yeah, well, it's about the senses, but it goes with either sighted or blind children, well, then it's not the sense of sight necessarily. And remember that when we're dealing with inference tasks, we've got our common reasons to eliminate. Things that are extreme inferences go beyond what is stated. Things that are reversals of the information, so basically have the statements backwards, or need additional information to be certain of that fact. And remember that when you're down to 2 for inference tasks specifically, you generally want to choose the option with a less absolute claim and fewer direct terms from the statements on the left. You basically want to go bland. So now we've got our highlight tool still ready, and we're going to look at our answer choices, cross-checking against the individual highlights that we had on the left. So choice A reads, sighted children learn of pictorial conventions through a sense or senses other than sight. Well, we kind of like that sense or senses other than sight. I might hold on to this for now. Thank you for watching this LSAT explanation video of an official practice problem over at lawhub.lsac.org. If you're enjoying the explanation, please consider becoming a MyGuru member to get early and exclusive access to additional explanation problems to help you on your LSAT journey. You can also like the video and subscribe to become notified when additional practice explanation videos are produced by MyGuru. But for now, let's get back to this explanation. Then, choice B, one can learn how to draw on the basis of written or verbal instruction. Well, we certainly did not introduce the concepts of written or verbal instruction. That would need additional information. We can eliminate B. Then, choice C, the sense of sight is not sufficient for acquiring the ability to draw. Well, we know that some of the sighted children are able to draw, so it's not that it's not sufficient, it's just not the only way necessarily, because the blind children can do it too. So C is kind of an information reversal, a little bit extreme, because, you know, the sense of sight might do it by itself, and the blind children have to do it through the other senses, but maybe they can do it through a combination of touch and hearing. We don't know, but maybe the sense of sight would have been sufficient. They have to just use some other senses if they are blind. So C is out for that reason. Then choice D, some children acquire the ability to draw before they have mastered basic pictorial conventions. Okay, so again, we need to cross-check terms very specifically. So basic pictorial conventions. I've got the same pictorial conventions. They never say that they're basic. And when they acquire the ability to draw, that's a little bit beyond that as well. We're talking about drawing pictures specifically, so that ability to draw, yeah, it's stated in the acquired by means of the senses, but there's like a transition and a causality, a chronology here in choice D that is absolutely not required to be true. So D is out. And then choice E, the ability to draw an object can be acquired by means of a sense or senses other than sight. So now we're down to A and E. And what we want to focus on is that ambiguity, that kind of broad berth of possibility that is often the correct answer when it comes to inference tasks. So can be acquired. Well, that would explain how the blind children are able to still draw with the same pictorial conventions. Whereas when we're talking about sighted children learning pictorial conventions specifically through something other than sight, well, no. I mean, they could have learned it through sight. It's just that the blind children had to do it some other way. So choice A is ultimately a bit of an extreme, requires additional information, whereas choice E is guaranteed to be true because the blind children use the same pictorial conventions, and it's acquired by the means of the senses, and the blind children do not have sight. So you can see, again, hopefully this would go a little bit faster when you're doing your own evaluation, but highlighting in different colors, focusing on reasons to eliminate, and when you're down to two, something that's a little bit more open-ended as the correct answer, as we saw between E and A, can help you with future identifying inference questions such as number 4 from logical reasoning drill set number 10.